absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Face Real Pro Wrestling Talk. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez, Big Glenn, and Marcus Fine. How's it going, guys?
We're doing fantastic.
Going great, going great. Well, guys, we'll get right into it. Welcome to Face or Heel Pro Wrestling Talk. Got quite a bit to go over. One of the first things I wanted to bring up was, of course, we lost Hulk Hogan here a couple weeks ago. Passed away, and TMZ on Tuesday night on Fox did a tribute special, and I was leery of it because I'm not a huge TMZ fan. They break a lot of stuff, but I've never been a big fan of TMZ. And first of all, I know Marcus watched it. If you guys seen any of it, want to chime in, go ahead,
Yes.
and then I'll give my thoughts too. Marcus, what did you think of the special, and what stood out to you?
No, I thought it was very well done, especially how quickly they put that dude together. I mean, if you think Hogan's not even been gone, 2 weeks yet, and they already had that. They had that special put out there, and I was leery too with TMZ. I thought they were going to bury the daylights out of him, and it was very tastefully done. And they brought up the so-called racist comments, and I liked how they said, just because he made racist comments didn't make him racist. I mean, I thought it was very well done, and the lineup of guests. We had Goldberg and Vince, Charlotte, Mark Henry, Mick Foley, Jacob Fatu, and Stallone on there, and I thought it was very well done. It did his start to finish rather well in an hour period. I thought they did very well with it.
But Big Glenn, do you have some thoughts?
I actually called it after NXT on the West Coast that was run later in the evening. It just happened to happen at the same time as I'm watching the freaking that LA speed chase, but some dude hijacked a milk truck and was taking that towards a ride, but that's beside the fact. I thought it was a well done documentary. Vince didn't look too good though. But
Vince looks terrible bad. I thought his head was going to explode.
Yeah, with him not doing the things that he's used to doing, I know that's jacking with him and stuff.
Yeah, but do you think something's wrong with him because his body? He looked from his neck down. He looked skinnier than normal, but his head he was so damn bloated in the face. I'm like wondering if he's not having
there could be
some
something
kind of
going on there, and we probably won't know until it's too late, obviously. But when you have done all the work that he's done over the years, for as long as he has, and pretty much going from that to pretty much, I wouldn't say like doing nothing, that it changes it. It'll change you, especially at his age.
I'm glad he shaved the mustache. I'll say that too.
That didn't look right. He looked like a mobster when he was wearing that thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Chris, I don't think you've seen it. Do you have any thoughts on that, or?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to actually try to watch it. I was going to ask you a question before we went live, and I forgot, but I can go ahead and ask it. I was looking on YouTube, and I found one that said TMZ presents Hogan. It said part 1. Is there going to be another part of it, or is that just maybe it's split up on YouTube?
I don't know.
Well,
How long? Do you remember how long it was?
I think it was like 40 minutes.
That should have covered it much technical.
Yeah, without commercials, that's probably about right.
See, on the thing it says TMZ presents Hogan tribute or whatever, and then it says part 1. So I was wondering if you guys knew if it was going to be another part or if they just had it split up. But yeah, it was like 40 minutes long. So I thought it was probably the whole thing.
Yeah, should be. Yeah, I thought it was really well done. I like what Mark Henry said. Didn't let him off the hook or anything. I think he was honest with his feelings. I thought he presented himself very well. To get a big name like Sylvester Stallone on there, and Sylvester Stallone was probably interview time was probably 5, 6, 7 minutes. You know, it
Yeah.
broke up into sections. But I thought the fact that Charlotte Flair did it and talked about how Hogan was the guy that showed up at the hospital when Flair was very, very sick. And I think she respected that. I think that's one reason why she probably did it. I thought it was very well done. It kind of surprised me. I was expecting the worst. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not excusing anything that Hogan has been accused of or did. Um, you know, we've all got skeletons, so ain't gonna cast no stones. But I thought it was very well done, and it'll be interesting what happens when Vince does finally pass away. Will WWE do tributes? And I mean, who's done? I mean, who's done more for the business than Hogan? Well, you could make an argument Vince has. So, and I know Vince has been accused of a lot, but again, he's not been convicted of anything. And this is not a trial I mean, you can get. I guess you can get convicted, but it's more for money. It's not a.
It's just a civil suit.
Yeah, it's just a civil suit. It's not a criminal situation. So, is Vince probably a sick pup? Yeah, he probably is. He's probably a very corrupt, crazy dude. I mean, and there's a lot of people like that. But yeah, I thought it was very well done. Okay, guys, we'll move on from that. Next big thing that happened this week, and it come out of nowhere. WWE possibly be coming to Indianapolis here on September 20th to compete with AEW All Out. Of course, the AEW people and some of the news outlets that cover wrestling are quite crazy, especially the ones that are big AEW homers. They've lost their mind about this. The rumor is that we'll get Brock Lesnar and John Cena, which would be Cena's last time in Indy, and probably be a huge match. It'd be interesting to see. And there's some people making an argument, and these were some of the homers, and I agree to a certain degree. They claim that there's no way that anybody that's already going to buy, any AEW fan that's going to buy All Out, Cena and Lesnar is not going to stop them from getting that pay-per-view. And I would think that's possible. That's credible. If you're a big AEW fan, you're probably going to put down your $50 anyway, and not worry about the Cena Lesnar match. The ones that I think WWE is doing this for two reasons: to stop AEW from growing, and new fans, they can see the card and say, "Hey, I'll give that a try. I'll pay $50." But hey, now WWE is going to be on, and it's basically free or whatever you're already paying. $10 a month or what are you paying right now? And I can, why do I need to pay $50 when I'm gonna get my wrestling entertainment that night, so I don't need to pay. And the other reason, and I think the main reason, I think they just like to fuck with Tony Khan. That's just my opinion. I think they like to mess with him because he ran his mouth, and I think they just like to mess with him. So if you guys got any thoughts on that, Chris?
Where is the AEW pay-per-view at that day? Is it?
All Out is. I do not remember.
So it's not close. It's not close to Indy.
No, I don't think so.
Glenn looking? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't remember where All Out's at. I don't think it's Chicago. It could be.
No, I don't think it's that close.
Toronto, that's right.
No, it's not even in the country. So
See, what I think WWE should do is go run in the same city. When the AEW has a pay-per-view, go run in the same city. Don't.
Hey, I tell you what they should do.
Don't do it in Indianapolis. Like, come to Indianapolis all the time, but don't do it like in Indy when they're in Toronto. Like, wait till they're in Indy and then come in Indy and do a show the same day as their pay-per-view.
Because when they come to Indy, they're at the Coliseum.
Let's see if it affects AEW.
Yeah, because when they're in Indy, they'll be at the Coliseum. That's where AEW is always at. It's at the fairgrounds. So, go ahead, do Baker's Life or whatever they call that now, and
Yeah, WWE should go around the where the Blue Jays play.
AEW fans would shit if
Oh, God.
WWE done that. That
Yeah.
internet wrestling community would break the internet.
You know what's funny about all that though is all these lower companies, the indies and stuff like GCW and stuff that run shows here in Indy all that weekend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true. They are running that weekend. It's crazy. And another thing that I know Bully Ray had mentioned too, he said another reason that WWE does this is not necessarily to try to hurt their business, but I guess it does to a certain degree, but it's that digital footprint. I mean, all the cover they're going to get media wise, everybody's going to be looking like, okay, they did that one weekend where they had Saturday night's main event and then they had the Evolution pay-per-view. Everybody was talking about, people could say what they want, though Saturday night's main event wasn't even close to the pay-per-view. No, it wasn't near as close to the pay-per-view. But what was everybody talking about? Everybody was talking about Seth Rollins getting hurt, which now we know was a work. He did get hurt. Everybody was talking about that. Then they was talking about a great wrestling pay-per-view that Evolution was. So, I mean, again, they like to have all those views on the. I mean, I think that Seth Rollins thing was seen like 70 million times in 24 hours. That I think that's they want to be. It's content. Getting the content out there and being seen, and that's where AEW can't compare it with WWE in doing that.
I will go ahead and add some thoughts to it. I could almost guarantee you that Over Limit is the event. And the reason why I say that is I mentioned to you guys before we started the show was the fact that they're running Brock Lesnar and John Cena 3 straight televised shows leading into that date on the 20th. Like, Brock is going to be at 2 SmackDowns beforehand, then the Raw before Indy. Cena's going to be at that Raw. So, but I'll be there. I just hope that they put those tickets up for sale by the time I leave for San Francisco in 2 weeks. So I can guarantee.
Is that going to be at Bankers Life? If it isn't?
I'm almost at 1,000% positive it's Gamebridge.
Or Gamebridge. I don't know why I call it Bankers Live. They've been
I didn't know what it was called anymore either. They changed it all the time. So
you could have said Marcus Arena. I wouldn't know what you meant. Even though it's building.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I'm sure they'll load the card up. But just a lot of people's going to be interested in seeing Lesnar, period, and then who he's going against, with Cena. So I think it'll be very well. Do you think they'll sell out, Glenn?
Ooh, that quickly. They'll get close, but I don't think so. However, I do believe the card will help out. I think the overall card would be better than the Clash of Paris.
Well, I think when the last time that they were there for that pay-per-view, not the Royal Rumble, but the other one that did,
fascinating.
I think there was about 14,000 there. So
Yeah,
I think they would be happy if they can get 11 or 12.
Well, Fastlane was on the books for. Those tickets went on sale months. This is like you're talking less than 5 years.
You think McAfee's going to make an appearance there if it's in it, with it being in Indy?
It's Saturday.
Yes, I don't know because of college football.
Where's SmackDown the night before?
Toledo.
Okay, I was trying to figure out why they picked Indy, but yeah, that's close enough. I know it had to be within, 3 hours.
And I think they're confident in Indy. I think that's one reason why they may have picked that. They think, hey, yeah, we may not do 14 or 15,000, but we can pretty much guarantee ourselves 10, 11,000 if we go to Indy on a short, 4-week turnaround.
Don't get all the way up to at least half the balcony full. So all the lower level, all the club, and at least half the balcony.
So it's going to be interesting. Next thing I wanted to cover was WWE, who now owns AAA Wrestling. AAA has the big event, biggest event of the year, Triple Mania. It'll be live, free on YouTube, on the WWE YouTube channel at 9 p.m. this Saturday, August 16th. I'm not going to go over the whole card, but the main event, the champion, Hijo del Vaquino, which I know, Marcus, you got to see him that last time they had a show on YouTube. You was impressed with him, which I've seen him a few times. He's pretty impressive. And he'll be putting the title on the line, the championship on the line. It's the Mega Championship. That's their big title against Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and El Grande Americano. So it's going to be interesting. What do you guys think? Do they pull and do they put the belt on Mysterio, on Dominic? You don't think so, Marcus?
I do not think so. I think Champ will retain.
Okay.
Well, guess who? Well, I'll say they will put the belt on Dominic. You know why? Because JC and Trick Williams have the TNA belts right now.
True. That's true. What do you think, Chris? Could you see him pulling the trigger and putting the belt on Dominic?
I could see him maybe doing it, but I kind of agree with Marcus. I don't think they're going to. I don't know if they want to do that and put that. I mean, that'd be more of a schedule for him too. If he's still, because he's still the champion, he's still the Intercontinental champ.
Yes, he is.
I think if they were going to make him do that title, he would have lost. He would have lost it the other night. He would have lost the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, you never think you might go on Americano, and I think that'd be fair to hell. But
that's what I'd like to see.
Ball,
that's
just
what I would like
to
see right there. Is put it on El Grande Americano. That'd be awesome.
Well, you got to remember that's not Chad Gable right now either.
Well, I know, but still, it's just that put it on that guy. It would be funny.
There's been up to 4 of them now. They would go crazy with this.
It's like the machines. You're going to have one night. You're going to have when Survivor Series rolls around. Your team of 5 is going to be the Americanos taking on 5 other people. I think that'd be fair to hell.
Yes, it would. And there's a big rumor going around, and I know it was discussed before. Omos, the big 7'2" giant wrestler who re-signed a contract, but he ain't been used a lot. But he re-signed a contract about 6-7 months ago. The rumor is he may be showing up in AAA, so that'd be interesting. He may be on this pay-per-view here, so we'll see what happens.
If they did the El Grande Americanos versus all the guys from AAA, U.S. versus Mexico match,
Wait a minute, isn't AAA like more like Mexican, like luchador, fly and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the hell's Omos going to do with it?
Well,
he can't fly.
But you got. No, I agree with that. But you got to remember
You
something.
can catch him though.
You got to remember he's an attraction, and that's something that they normally don't see.
Yeah.
So
That's
he
true.
was over in Japan not too long ago and did very well. Actually won a tag team title over there, and he did very well over Japan. So I think he's just an attraction. I think that's why they signed him as an attraction.
Yeah, they like those 7-foot guys. I
He's
mean,
gonna be, like Marcus said, he's going to be snatching little Mexicans out there.
Oh yeah. Why did he show up?
Same with
God,
back in the day when he debuted, you know. Come
hey,
out
would
there.
it be an honor if he showed up as Americano? He showed up in the mask. Wouldn't
remember how
that
they
be?
did those machines?
Okay, wouldn't that be
Those
hilarious?
machines
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Yes,
They could-
they try him with that plate, and he don't do nothing.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be funny as hell.
Okay, guys, we're going to move on to some of the topics that I know I sent you guys some homework. The first one I wanted to talk about and get your guys' thoughts on was when R-Truth welcomed John Cena back to the back to the program, back to himself. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was awesome. Marcus, let's get your take on that.
I loved it. I love the reverse psychology. R-Truth went in there to congratulate Cena for turning back around, and Cena threw it back at him. Was like, "Yeah, you really been basically a shithead for the last 6 months." And and the look on Truth's face, like, well, it's like, well, yeah, you're right, but I thought it was funny. For a minute and a half, they presented that very well.
Well,
And
when they
Cena's
listen,
facial expressions, he's like, the Truth.
Yeah.
I'm dying. It's like,
They had great chemistry when they looked at each other and was doing the mime stuff. It was awesome. Got a big reaction from the crowd.
hey, look who
Um,
showed up in the chat. Where in the hell you
Who-
been?
who is it?
Austin?
Awesome.
Kelly's in there too, but
Yeah, thank
we haven't
you.
had Austin around for a while.
That's true.
Ribshot
But
say,
yeah.
I think Dom wins. Hey, what's up, Austin?
What do you think, Austin? Is Dom going to get that AAA belt? Chris, did you get to check that out? That video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I
I'll be
thought it was
doing what Chris would be doing right now.
True. That's true.
yeah.
Way to stick it to him. Way to stick it to him. Austin.
Yeah. Chris is saying, "Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, assholes."
Just don't steal Glenn's hat when you deliver it to him. You'll be good.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that that promo. I thought it was hilarious. Like you said, the mime stuff, facial expressions were spot on. Yeah, I thought it was excellent.
Yeah, he thinks Dom's going to win it too.
Oh, does it? Okay. Big Glenn, what do you think about that?
I enjoyed it because I remember when after Mania, whenever it was, when R-Truth came in and talked to him at that press conference, he was like, "This ain't John Cena I knew," you know. So it's amazing how they wrap that up in that way.
And then next, what do you guys think of the promo that he did on Brock Lesnar? He said, "If you want some, come get some." What do you guys think of that promo? And then I got a question about John Cena that I'm going to ask you guys about. Chris, what did you think of that promo?
I really liked the promo. I thought the promo was excellent. The way he started out with I'm scared," and then he flipped it until he was scared of what he was going to do instead of being scared. I loved the promo. I thought his facial expressions were great. I think John Cena's been great since he's been back.
Yeah,
I
I really enjoyed the promo. I thought it was really good.
I'm glad you said that because that's going to lead into my next question. Marcus, your thoughts?
I love the fact that they sold a lot of red shirts and hats
Oh yeah,
because if you look behind him, 90% of the people had a red shirt or a hat or both. So marketing really cleaned up on that run of shirts. I loved it. I like the fact that he also said that if you want a piece of John Cena, basically, you better hurry up and do it because my time is really getting to the end. So he basically said it to Lesnar, but he also said it to everybody else. If you want some of this, you better hurry up and get in here and get it. So I kind of like that too. Be interesting to see who might show up for that.
yeah, that's
They got something in the works for people showing up for that part of that too. Hell, it might be Bret Hart for all you know. He's pissed off because he wasn't asked.
Hey, Bret Hart has been on a roll lately. Big Glenn, your thoughts?
I liked it. It took Cena rolled it back about 20 years on that because it reminded me of when he was WWE champion and stuff. With them coming his own. Amazing work. Looking forward to September 20th, obviously. So.
Okay. And that is going to lead to the question I was going to ask you guys about John Cena. I've seen a lot of people say that the Cena heel run was a bust. It didn't work. And on some levels, I'll agree to that. And let me explain. I don't think he ever, if their goal was for him to get booed and be a mega heel, I would say that didn't work. But I think on the other level, their goal was to still sell a lot of merch, which they did. And they sold all kinds of merch. I think another reason I don't think they wanted to be a super vicious heel because they knew they was going to turn them back to a face, and they couldn't go. They had to be careful how far they went because they knew they was going to turn them back in 6 months or 7 months or 8 months. And I thought he was very entertaining as a heel. I thought he was very good. I've loved the whole thing. I've loved it since he went back to the face, but I loved it as a heel. And I thought the matches he had other than the first, that one with Cody at WrestleMania. I didn't think it was very good. But I thought every other match was really good, was pretty good. And I thought the last one he just had was fantastic, one of the best that he's done. So let's go to Glenn on your thoughts. What did you think that the heel run worked, or was a failure, or what do you think?
It worked for me personally, but I could see where somebody might think that was a bust because they expected The Rock to be involved heavily with it, and he wasn't there. So I could see why somebody would ultimately put that label on it, say it as a failure, but honestly, it's not. Obviously, the WrestleMania match was obviously shit, but all the other ones were good, especially the SummerSlam match. I was locked up on my TV that whole 45 minutes or whatever it was and stuff. And yeah.
Okay, Marcus, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, TMZ kind of brought it up with Hogan too, and it's funny how TMZ just came out with that as well, where they turned Hogan heel, but did they turn Hogan heel? They basically reinvented Hogan because they were still selling massive amounts of merchandise just as different as Hollywood Hogan. Cena's the same way, I think. They turned him heel, but they're still selling massive amounts as I think it's basically similar.
Yeah.
Because he still had fans, Hogan still had fans. I don't think it was a bust. I do like to know why they even did this thing with The Rock, and nobody's seen him since the heel turn. But
Yeah, I don't know.
Bother with that, but I don't think it was a failure. I don't think it's quite how they had planned it, but
yeah, I think they had to
it
put
worked
it
really well.
Chris, your thoughts?
You're muted. We gotta learn to read lips.
Yeah, I don't think it was a failure. I do agree. I think that they had to change the storyline some, so things maybe didn't work out the exact way they maybe had it planned going in. But I think also it worked. What they got out of what they wanted. He was a heel, but he was still a heel that a lot of fans liked. Like you guys said, selling the merch and everything. We've seen heels like that in the past. So I don't think it was a bust. I just think you get fans saying that because fans started expecting they were going to get something out of The Rock.
Yeah.
And then they never did. I think that's where you got like the fans complaining, but I think it worked. And like I said earlier, since he's been back, I think it's the best he's been. John Cena's in a while, especially since he's been left and went full time. I think this return run has been real good.
Yeah, I never was a Cena fan until that heel turn.
Yeah.
And I've been eating this shit up ever since he pulled that crap with Cody. And this Cena stuff right lately is good.
Yeah. That match that he had in Indy at Fastlane 23 was awful. Like, so to see that this run, it's amazing.
Another reason the heel turn may not hit super hard was because people didn't really. I mean, when you're doing a retirement and say this is it, this is my last 30 dates or 40 dates or whatever, people don't want to. Even though he turned heel, people didn't want to boo him. You know, they know this is the last time they are going to see him and everything, so they were happy to see him. So I think that may have hurt the heel run a little bit, but I thought it was very good. Let me ask you this: since sometime in December is going to be his last match, and there's been some talk about them moving that to be on the same day as a wrestling pay-per-view as AEW, trying to move that date so they can have Cena's last match on Saturday night's main event. Who would be right now? Who do you think a good opponent for Cena's last match would be? The one I would think would be The Rock, but I don't know if that's even possible. Who do you guys think? Glenn, what do you think?
I'm gonna give you a funny, then I'm gonna give you my actual answer. Vince McMahon. That's the funny. We know that ain't happening.
Hey, you know how many people would watch that?
Probably a lot.
A lot would watch
Just
that.
entertainment value, but I wouldn't mind seeing The Rock or, damn, that's a hard one. Kurt Angle, but he's
He's
Long
not
gone.
physical.
And he's not healthy enough anymore.
He'd be looking like me some days, you know, and stuff. So he'll be out of question. Like it would probably have to be The Rock, wouldn't it? I mean,
It would make sense. I mean, I would have said Orton, but they've already did that match now, so I don't think you can do that. I mean, could you do Cody again and be the third one? I don't think that works either. I don't know. What about if it was R-Truth?
no.
Yeah. Well, is there a young wrestler, somebody that's what about Braun Breaker or Jacob Fatu or somebody like that? To maybe put them over on the way out.
What about
Robert.
Dominic? What about Dominic Mysterio?
Right there you go, Chris.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
think-
all right.
That's the one.
If you're gonna go with the younger guy, and Cena has ties with Mysterio's dad and stuff, I mean, you can make it.
Yeah.
You can make it good.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be
Oh.
interesting.
Imagine Dom beating Cena in Boston and going out there the following day or two of Raw. Say, I was the man that retired John Cena.
You said a name there, and he says he's got some more matches left. What about Stone Cold?
You know, Cena's always said he wanted to wrestle
That'd be-
Stone Cold.
Hey,
Said
that would
that
be
more than
freaking
once.
awesome.
I'd be,
That would be
I'd
awesome.
Saturday night's main event. Think about how many people will tune into that.
Oh hell yeah!
shit. That I can see that freaking logo for that right now. Austin and Cena. Saturday Night's Main Event. Televised worldwide on Netflix.
And
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Austin's still in good enough shape that he could pull a match off.
Yeah, he's stayed away from the business long enough. He can do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Austin says AJ Styles.
No,
Oh, I don't
see
know.
that one.
I mean, it'd be a good match. I just don't know if that
I
would
just
be
don't see
the
it being his last.
last match. Yeah, I could see him maybe wrestling, but I don't. I don't.
Triple H is going to come back, wrestle one more match.
Well, now it's going to be like Glenn and be a smart ass funny guy and say, well, let's just have Bret Hart come in and wrestle John Cena. They do another Montreal screw job on him.
Yeah.
If you want to be a crybaby whitey ass, we'll give you something to cry about.
I think
You're going over, then fuck him. But
The Rock would be the natural thing, and then of course I think Austin would be perfect. Personally, I think Austin would be even better than The Rock. That's just
oh
me
man, that'd
personally.
be great. And they've always wanted, and Cena's always wanted to work him. So
And then a young guy, I wouldn't mind seeing Braun Breaker or you put him over or Jacob Fatu or somebody like that. I think that'd be interesting.
Dominic Mysterio would be so good.
It would be. It would be good. Okay, guys, let's move on from that. And next up, we had John Cena and Cody Rhodes against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. What do you guys think of that? Let's go with Chris first.
I thought it was pretty good. I liked John Cena facial expressions and all the stuff he was doing on the apron. I liked how the match was booked, where a lot of times Cena was just on the apron and it was Cody trying to make the tag, and Logan Paul kept breaking it up. Only thing I really didn't like about it, I thought it was just too short. I thought it was short, and it kind of ended abruptly with that low blow. But I was liking what was going on. I would have liked it to be a little bit longer. But I thought Cena was awesome in it, like the gestures and shit he was doing on the apron when Cody was trying to make the tag and then wouldn't get there. I really enjoyed it. I just wish it was a little longer.
That's one thing WWE does very well, and it's old school, and Marcus knows this. They do the hot tag very well, setting that up. But that's something AEW doesn't do enough of. WWE's always done pretty good with them hot tags. Marcus, let's go to you next on that.
all right, well I agree with Chris. Cena jumping around on the outside like he was on something was funny as hell, bouncing back and forth and acting like I don't know what he was acting like, but it was funny watching him psycho weave himself out there. Well, every time Cody took his eyes off the ball, that the other team would get the upper hand. Every time he played at Cena, the other guys go over there and get him. So I will have to say that I think history was made for the first time in a long time that when they did tag Cena, Cena actually had a hold of the tag rope.
Yeah, he did.
That's a lost art anymore. But I thought it was funny when, who was it? Somebody had him up on his shoulders. And they went to tag, and it was one of them Alexa Bliss,
Yeah,
Charlotte. They're like, well, you know, if you beat in the middle, you'd be all right. But if you're way over here,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, you're a little too close. The low blows are getting old. But I think more of that match was more of a setup, I think, for Cody and Drew, actually.
yeah.
Especially at that Claymore kicking him up under that table like he did. Because the other two ran off. That was the whole point.
Yep.
Logan low blowed him, and then they ran off to set up Drew and Cody. But yeah, I would agree. I thought the match could have gone a little longer.
Yeah, I know me and Marcus talked a little bit about it earlier in the week. I loved that segment. I loved when Drew. I had no idea that's what they were going for. I thought it looked great when he kicked him through that table, that bottom part of that table. I thought it looked great. I thought it was outstanding. I thought Cody sold it great. Drew did a great job of, looked like he lost his mind, which sometimes I wonder if he ain't lost his mind with his expression.
Well, he's bitter. His title reigns are very, very, very short.
Yeah.
And very, very few far between. So he's been playing the bitter part.
Oh yeah, he's good at doing that.
He's good. I like what they're doing with this.
Yeah, I thought it was very well done. Big Glenn.
I liked it. I have to agree with you guys. Too short. I feel like it could have been longer than what it was.
Yeah, they do it. They do a lot of short matches on SmackDown for some reason. I think because they have so many commercials. But yeah. So guys, the last thing I had was on Raw. Seth Rollins' group, now known as The Vision, dominate after a huge fatal four-way match is announced. And that fatal four-way, I didn't write down who it was. I'm going to try to remember this here. It's going to be Seth Rollins putting his championship on the line against, oh, Lord, let me try to remember here. I'm having brain fart.
Jey Uso, CM Punk,
CM Punk,
and LA Knight.
LA Knight. I couldn't remember that one freaking name. I had a brain fart. But yeah, that's going to be the fatal four-way. What did you guys think of that segment? Let's go to Big Glenn first.
I liked it. I don't like the match though. I feel like this is the way.
Why don't you like the match?
Too many cooks in the kitchen. I feel like it's more of a throwaway match. Like I feel like the one in India would be better. Like the match that Seth probably have it's going to be better than the four-way.
I agree, but I think this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I think the original was going to be Cena against Brock was going to be there on Paris, and they pivoted to screw with AEW, so they moved that match over there, and we've got to come up with a big match to make Paris happy. Hey, look, we got 4 big stars. They could have went with you could have went with Seth Rollins and CM Punk, but I think it's too early. I think they're going to have more matches, and I think that may end up in a Hell in a Cell eventually. But I think So I think that's why they say, hey, we got 4 big names here, let's do that. And so I think that's why it makes sense because LA Knight deserves a championship match because he did beat Seth Rollins on Saturday night's main event with that, when they did that. So, but I see where you're coming from. Marcus, what would you think?
Okay, it's CM Punk, LA Knight, and who?
Jey Uso.
Uso, that's it. See, I only had a third of a break for it. I think they're going to turn LA Knight heel, to be honest with you. He was mad, I think, that the other two was in it because he's not had that title shot yet.
Yeah.
And the other two are former champs, even though CM Punk's reign is, 5 minutes and something. But this is a good match for overseas. I don't think it's a good PLE here. But, yeah, like you said, this what is in Paris?
Yep.
Paris. I think it's a good setup for Paris. But I'm like Glenn. It's I don't I'm not. It don't do nothing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Glenn.
I was gonna say, yeah, I definitely see it. Like, I don't normally will shit on a match like that, but it's how I feel. Honestly. I feel like it's throwaway. You know?
Yeah, I think we all. There's no way Seth is losing that title
Oh shit, no.
right now. So yeah, so I kind of agree with you guys on that. Really, I don't know if Jey Uso needed to be in the match. I think this is what I think. Two reasons why I think Jey Uso in that match. First of all, so he can get that crowd hyped up, and that crowd will go nuts. That's probably the biggest reason. The other reason, I think he's going to take the pin.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's what I think. Chris, what do you think?
I enjoyed the segment and everything, but I kind of agree with on the match. I think it was like you said, it was just something they threw together for Paris. I think they pivoted, but I think that what they're doing, because if you notice during that segment, you had Rollins, all he was focusing was on Punk because you know that feud. I kind of agree with Marcus. I think they are going to turn LA Knight heel, but I'm thinking maybe that they're going to do something with LA Knight and Jey Uso.
Yeah, I think that.
Jey Uso is one of their biggest baby faces. That could be a good way to turn LA Knight heel. I think that might be why they added Jey Uso in there with them guys. I think that's going to go LA Knight and Jey Uso is going to be maybe like that next feud, and then they're continuing the Punk and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that could be. Real quick, guys, another match. They're rumored it's going to be added to that Paris card. I want to see what you guys think of this. The rumor is it's going to be Big Bronson Reed and his shoe follower. As he comes to the ring wearing them damn shoes. He calls it the shoe follower. Going up against Roman Reigns. So what do you guys think about that? I think that would be a good match to add to Paris. I mean, first of all, I'm going to be happy to see Roman Reigns. And I think that's a big match for Bronson Reed to have. Chris, what do you think?
No, it'd be a good match. I mean, it's no one that matches you're just kind of throwing together because there's not really like a big, real big. There's a little bit of a storyline because he's with Heyman and him, but it's so
He took
not.
his shoes twice.
Yeah, he took his shoes. I don't understand the shoe thing. Why is he stealing everybody's damn shoes?
He's a bully, I guess. I don't know.
It have to be someone on eBay.
Sell them on eBay, yeah.
That'd be a good thing.
He think he gonna keep stealing shoes? He gonna find something that was like that movie, like Mike or whatever. Gonna be magic shoes. Gonna make him.
I think he ought to come to the ring if he wrestles Roman wearing the shoes. And then Roman can pin him, beat him, whatever,
and take the
and
shoes.
rebuild his shoes. That would be.
Yeah.
But there's not going to just be a one-on-one.
No.
Yeah, they're going to be. Roman needs to round up the people who kept defending him before, and you can just have a bloodline massacre going on. And
I tell you, I was watching this one lady that does content on YouTube, and she's pretty popular. Her name is Denise Salcedo.
Oh, okay.
She was doing a live watch along, and I seen the video clip of it when Punk won the belt, and then lost it to Seth Rollins, and she was so angry. I mean, she's on a live feed, and when that music hit, I mean, her facial expression, she got so damn mad. She didn't talk. She said, she first said, this is fucking bullshit. I mean, that's how big of a Punk fan she is. I mean, she basically shut down is how mad she got that they did that. Oh, she was furious. It was funny.
Funny how you said that. Did you notice that the crowd was chanting, "Fuck you, Logan"? They had to keep blooping it, but that's what they were chanting.
Yeah.
And Michael Cole's like, I don't think that's French. It's like,
yeah, that's true. He did. Big Glenn, what do you think about Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed?
I like it a lot better than the 4-way match. Honestly, got the Shield follow. They honestly just put that match and have like a ladder match, like Money in the Bank kind of style. Whoever wins,
Hey, yeah, there you go.
grab the shoes.
Put the shoes up there. That's a good idea.
Shoes on a pole.
I mean, that was, yep, she's on a pole match. That sounds like some Vince Russo shit. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that'd be. I enjoy it. The idea of that match. I regard than the other one though.
Marcus, what was the worst match stipulation you ever seen? Whether it was on TV or live, either one.
Well, I seen a pie on a pole match. That was kind of stupid. Watermelon. I seen a watermelon used. They're sorry they ever done that. They were cleaning that shit up. That shit was everywhere. It was like a Gallagher. I mean, it was stupid. Well, I'll tell you, the stupidest one was actually is that one we just watched where you lose, you got to tell me how great I am. Or if I lose, I'll tell you how great you are. That was kind of stupid.
I might as well say it's just 40 miles match.
Stipulations.
The one that comes
I've seen some weird crap. I mean, in the Indies and
the one that comes to mind to me the most is, and I'm sure there's others. I'm just forgetting. Was Judy Bagwell on the forklift when they put her on they put her on that forklift on that pallet or whatever.
pallet.
Yeah, that was bad. I can't remember who Bagwell wrestled that match.
I think it was DDP.
Yeah,
Was
it was DDP.
Okay.
Well, and then World War III was stupid when they had the 3 rings of Battle Royal and the goddamn camera guys always had 2 of the camera guys were off and they were showing the same ring. So they had 3 cameras. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And because there was like 400 people in a Battle Royal and 3 rings, and 2 of the camera guys were never on the same page, so they're showing the same ring. That was kind of.
You remember the San Francisco 49ers match, Tony, from WCW, where Booker T was trying to grab the belt in the box, and the belt fell out the box.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Before we get out of here real quick, I did want to bring up something I seen right before we went on the air. I wish I could remember the guy's name, but I can't. He's a micro wrestler. He don't go by micro. He goes by the other term. But he wrestles on Game Changer. Chris, I've shown you. He's a real small guy, the real super small wrestler. He is also signed with AAA and is also now signed a deal with WWE. So he's going to be a part of WWE. Now, I can't think of his name at the end. It kills me.
Hornswoggle Jr.?
Who?
Hornswoggle Jr.?
No. This dude is, I mean, Hornswoggle's a giant compared to this guy.
Oh, shit.
This dude is real.
So
Microman.
Yeah, Micro Man.
Microman's his name. But he has signed a deal with WWE, and I think he's already got a shirt. I've heard he's got a shirt and everything. So I think that's pretty cool. We could see that this weekend. We could see Microman against Omos.
Oh, my God. It'd be like Kane versus.
Yeah, might as well be like Buddy and the 2. Yep.
Glenn, you seen how tall I am? I look like a giant compared to Microman. I mean, he is small. He is small.
I don't know if you'd look like a giant. I don't know if you'd look like a giant compared to anybody. But you would be a lot bigger than him.
Don't be ruining my dreams. Shut the hell up.
He's got.
I can have fantasies. Shut the hell up.
You never that photo from WrestleMania 3 where Andre and Hogan are standing next to each other. That's what I'm trying to think of in his mind right now. You know, he's Andre.
Yeah, I heard this Andre the Giant moment. My bad.
Well, he is small, isn't he? Damn.
Yeah, he's small.
I haven't seen how tall he was. I'm just seeing the pictures of him.
He is
he's small.
3.5 foot.
Yeah.
No, he's not even that.
No, I don't think
3.5 inches.
Yeah, 3 foot. Yeah, pretty bad.
Well, that's bigger. Ivar's under 4 foot, but I think Ivar's even taller than he is.
I think him and Ivar's pretty close.
Yeah, I think Ivar hits 3.5. So this guy might be smaller than Ivar. Wow.
Yeah,
Why?
I know Game Changer uses him a lot. He always wrestles normal sized people. He don't wrestle, and them normal sized people do not go easy. They beat the crap out of him. But yeah, you can find some of his matches on YouTube. He's pretty
I'm gonna
entertaining.
look him up when we get done.
Yeah,
'cause
he's pretty entertaining. He's not a real athletic guy either. I mean, he's not super athletic like
Well, one of
some.
the, not to take anything away from him, but if you don't have a lot of leg to do a lot of the running,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to be an athletic guy.
Yep.
Because the rings are still set up for normal sized.
Yep.
And I'm not taking away from him, but if he's wrestling in the full size ring, it's kind of hard for him to really do anything. So,
Real quick, before we get out of here, something funny happened on our afternoon show the other day. Jay mutes himself every time he goes off the air now, and then he clicks himself back in. That's about the only way you can keep him quiet, and so he don't go nuts. And the other day he does it all the time. He forgets, and so the other day me and Chris just kind of let him go, and he went probably a good minute or so. And then finally, we, did like this. And when he come back on the air, I said, "That's the most sense you've ever made, Jay." he would have choked me, Chris.
Yeah. You know what's funny is when Chris did that, or Gonzo did that earlier in the show today.
Yeah.
He heard me say, "Damn it, Jay."
Yeah. Well, okay, guys, we'll get out of here. I thought we had a lot of fun tonight, and we'll be back next Thursday. Who knows what we're talking about?
I should be back on the 4th, September 4th.
Yeah, I know you're going to be out a couple weeks because you're going to be.
when we go offline, I need to.
Okay, you're going to be doing some travel.
Oh shit, man, you're traveling.
Yeah.
Well, you can, because there'll be a day you won't be able to, and you'll be glad you did what you done.
So where are you going, Glenn?
Next week, New York. 2 weeks from today, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to San Francisco.
All right. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I know we're
Wait, go
just
Go look for a woman in San Francisco. Go looking for women in San Francisco.
I want a woman. A real woman.
all right. Please hit
Well,
that
so come back there, you were going to talk with Glenn. You
got
were
you.
a woman, right?
like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, and Twitter as well. Thanks for watching this Big Facer Hill Pro Wrestling Talk. See you next Thursday.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens Show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can